What are the questions about?
So we'll start with your background and your journey, development, on-court performance, your mentality, your discipline, team and leadership, and future goals. So let's just say, for instance, the first question that I have is, well, first of all, who are you?
I'm Mia Mullen.
Mia Mullen. Where do you go to school?
I go to Cumberland Valley.
Go to Cumberland Valley. And what position do you play? It's okay.
No, because he sent me an Instagram reel, said I was a combo guard. But no, I'm a combo guard. I can be a point guard and a shooting guard.
All right.
And a 3. What?
So when did you first start playing basketball and what got you into it?
Dad, did I start playing basketball? First grade, kindergarten, first grade. When I started playing basketball first grade, it was upward and wait, what was the second part of the question?
Yeah, what got you into it?
I was a cheerleader at first, and I would always run away from where we were cheering because I wanted to be on the basketball court.
Yo, you were a cheerleader?
Yeah, I was a cheerleader.
How am I just finding this out?
I wanted to be a cheerleader, and I always ran away from the sideline because I told my dad I wanted to be on the court. And I also broke my foot, so it would hobble over too. And then I started playing, and my dad showed me the meaning of it and made it really fun.
Awesome. That's beautiful. All right. Let's talk about how long have you say we've been working together now? This a year and some change. All right. Do you remember when we first met?
Yes.
Can you describe what that was like? I remember. I thought I have a very...
It was an instant click. He understood my sassiness and played around with it.
Do you remember any of the stuff that we did on that day?
Yeah, it was the spinny stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was the one where we were at the foul line and we tapped our balls and it was first one to score.
A lot of small-sided stuff. I was looking at some of that stuff before we started today, and you've just come a long way. It was very interesting to see.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So compare, let's say, your mindset at that particular time when you started training compared to now.
I'm more focused, and after the season, I feel more disciplined, so I'm no longer goofing off around. I actually want to get stuff done now.
Awesome.
I'm not saying I didn't before, but it's more matured.
Awesome. Beautiful. So what would you say is a typical workout?
Our typical workout?
You can just be honest.
It's very fun, and there's always an inside joke that comes along. I'd say it's
First shot of the day.
Floaters, finishing, then I find shooting, I find working with the live stuff, even when there's no bodies. And then it's handling at the end, favorite part.
Awesome. Let's say, what's the biggest skill improvement you've seen in yourself, I'd say maybe over the last year in a couple of months?
So much has changed, but I'd say I'm confident with the ball in my hands, and I know how to get down court, and I know how to look to corners to see my open teammates.
Amazing. What would you say has been the hardest part of training on a consistent basis? What's the hardest thing?
Waking up in the morning.
Now, we had some 6 a.m. sessions, would you say, in the very
I'm
beginning?
grateful for it. Nobody was in the gym when I was, and it was great because we did do 6 p.m.s, which was horrible. Everyone was there, and then I'm not saying it wasn't bad for me, but I like 6 a.m.s now.
Absolutely. You've had a very interesting journey as well, too, from, let's say, I think you faced a lot of adversity for how young you are. You're only going to be a sophomore. Talk about that.
My journey?
You've experienced some interesting setbacks that I think would probably discourage a lot of people.
I think my major setback was my discoid meniscus. For nobody who knows what that is, my meniscus wasn't a C shape. It was a hockey puck, and it was also like a jelly donut, so I was squishing it, and I had 5 large complex tears, and I played through that for, Dad, would you say like 4 years? I played on, yeah. I was misdiagnosed at least 3 times. I won't say the doctor's office, but y'all know who you are.
Common though, that happened to my team.
Yeah, it was June 2024, right? Yeah, it was very hard. It was summertime, so like I wasn't missing that much, but it was definitely a good year to get surgery because I didn't miss any basketball, but I did miss some AAU, and that was probably the hardest part, is not being able to play and just watching everyone grow in every way, and you just had to sit there and watch. Spent hours on Baller TV watching my teammates play without me and doing amazing. Not saying I in a way, but they just did great. And I came back and I was hoping to get invitation to the 9th grade team as an 8th grader, and that wasn't in my hands, so I just continued to be myself and play. So I had a great 8th grade year playing with my middle school coach. I think I had good enough points. I had 60 steals that season, and I grew, especially coming back. And then fast forward, it's my freshman year, and it's summer league. And 2 minutes into my summer league game, I go for a layup, I around the corner, and I go in, and I miss. But I come down, and the girl's foot comes on mine, and I crack 5th metatarsal in my right foot. And the first 2 minutes of the game, I continued to play because I needed exposure, and after all the time I sat out, I let myself do that anymore, so I continued to play. I had 16 points that game, and I gave the assist to I had 7 assists. Yep, thanks, Dad. Getting there. And I was last to come off the court when we were subbing, and I told my coach, I was like, yeah, I hit my foot, but and he's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, fine, don't worry about it. And then my dad, he's walking to come see me after I talked with all my coaches. I was like, Dad, I had an x-ray, I hurt my foot really bad first quarter. And he's like, oh, it's fine, you'll just soak it. Because we did magnesium baths. So dumb. No. Soaking. And did not soak it that night. I got an x-ray a few days later, and I'm in a boot for 3 to 4 weeks, 2 weeks, because that's the trick. You actually have to wear your boot. Don't not wear your boot. And then I was back, and then it's fresh. Oh, wait, I forgot. I spent hours watching Baller TV on. I left that AAU team. Still shout out to them. They made me grow as a person. I made very good connections through them. They were family. I still support them, but I'm just no longer with them now. I miss all of them. They're such great people, but it just was time for me to leave. So I decided not to play AAU the rest of the summer, and I focused on. And then I met you, and we went on training.
Hello.
Hi. And I did not get invited to try out for JV or varsity. And I messaged my coaches. I was like, hey, I kind of an invitation to try out. Is there anything I can prove on to grow and be there next season? And they said, what'd they say, Dad? Yeah. And I had a very good freshman season. Start of it was kind of rocky, but by the end of it, I was very, I knew how to lead my team. Last games of the season were probably our best. We were a very good team. We had great chemistry. Some of the girls were younger than us, and we all haven't played together. My girls from 4th grade who stuck with me, and I've stuck with them through everything. And finally, we're all actually together because we have 2 middle schools, so we have 2 middle school teams. So we finally are all playing back together, and we're great. And we have 8th graders and 7th graders who come and play with us. We all haven't played together before, but first practices of the season, we were rocky, but we all came together, grew together, and we finally knew how to work. So last few games of the season, we did very good as a team. We fell short our very last game in double overtime, but everyone contributed to that game and everyone gave it their all. So yeah, and I'm here.
Awesome. I want to back up for 2 seconds here. You mentioned something I think is very, that is the fact of, so you tore your meniscus.
Yeah.
And you rehab. All of your teammates grow, play, and thrive, and get better, and perform. I'm sure you're communicating with them still at that time, and still now. And then you come back, you're playing well, and then you break your foot.
I broke my foot, yep.
And then you rehab. We met, You're not getting, I remember, I don't even think you were starting.
I wasn't. Nope. I was sixth man though.
Right.
I got that.
But just talk about your mentality in terms of just like your state at that particular time. That I think is one of the biggest things that I like about you going through that process. A lot of people would just be like, all right, I'm gonna pack it in, or, you know, the self-doubt, which I'm sure you went through, but what was your mentality like and what got you through that?
My dad has a great saying. He says, your comeback is better than your setback. And that's what kept me going, because I knew I could get back to where I was and get better. I had a lot of people supporting me, and a lot of people were confused with me not like being how they thought I should be treated.
Right.
But I did find God throughout my whole process.
Beautiful.
And I just trusted his plan. My dad always says that. I'll text him at school and be like, can you help me out here? And he's just like, gotta talk to God. He will find your way of helping you. And everything takes time. So you just have to trust your process. Like, life's gonna be easy. You're gonna have bumps in the road. You're gonna have punches thrown at you, and you just need to get through that, because even though your road might be rocky, your success could be rockier, or your success could be easy. So you just have to get through all the hard stuff. And there were lots of nights where I was very, and I felt like I had no one to talk to.
Right.
And my mom, she bought me a Bible for like teen. And so I just stuck with it. I took notes, and I just also got this book with like quotes, all these people. And like, it was just like ways to keep yourself on track and not see the negative stuff and everything. You have to see everything with positivity, or else you're not gonna get your way in life. As an only child, I got my way, but when I didn't,
Right.
Ooh, it was puffy and puffy.
Right.
So I just stuck with it. I knew everything for a reason. That's all I can really say. And you have to find God, because he's like the reason everyone's here right now. And
Agreed.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Everything happens for a reason. Comeback's better than the setback. And find your people, find your quotes that make you, find your reason.
That's amazing. That's very mature too from you. So
Thanks.
That's one of the coolest things. I'll also say too, you starting in the beginning of the year for your school team.
Dad, how many? 4 games.
We say
We
at
thought
that
I should've.
particular time.
Yeah, we did think that, but I knew my coach personally. He was my 6th grade ELA and math teacher. So he knew, I feel like he was testing me to see what I could do, see my attitude. And at the end of the season, I think I every game but one after I did starting, because the one game he started our girls who didn't get much playing time.
Right.
So basically, at the end of the season, he said my attitude the whole season, it never changed. I personally feel like I have a great poker face, and have my ways of talking to myself, whether that's in my head, or you might see me in a game pull my shirt over my mouth and I'll just talk to myself in case I don't want someone reading my lips, because some of it's not PG-13.
Right, gotcha.
So yeah, he was a good coach to me. He my ups and downs, and he was always there. The season pretty good for me.
Right, beautiful.
They loved him too, I think, deep down. But yeah, I feel like he was testing me. And after the game before I started, he said something to me, and that's when I knew he was gonna start me. So I just prepared myself, and I was like, it's finally my time to shine after so long.
Yeah.
And I felt like I deserved every moment of it. So I just went out there and I did my thing.
Absolutely, that's amazing. All right, 2 seconds, just
Okay.
to make sure we're good. You okay, Kaz?